Parton. She was known for her music as well as her philanthropy, giving away millions of books to children.
Well, Parton had faced some health challenges, and we know that she had a brief battle with cancer. ABC's Alex Stone taking a look back tonight at her legendary career.
Dolly Parton was the queen of country music, a legend from the songs she wrote and performed like 9 to 5. Her music was bigger than life. The hair, those rhinestones, and that voice.
Amen, Dolly Parton.
I know.
Dolly Parton spoke about her childhood often, growing up in Tennessee in a one-room mountain cabin, one of 12 children. Her unmistakable voice catapulting her to stardom with songs like Jolene.
Jolene, 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 Jolene.
And I Will Always Love You, which was #1 on the charts in 1974. That song later covered in 1992 by Whitney Houston and becoming an even bigger hit at the top of the charts for 14 weeks. Parton would also appear in movies, including the 1980 comedy hit 9 to 5 opposite Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin. Parton ventured into the theme park business with her Dollywood and just this summer opened a gas station and travel center in Cornersville, Tennessee called Dolly's Tennessean Travel Stop. Parton was also known around the world for her philanthropy, giving large contributions to organizations in times of need. She supported education by providing scholarships and financial aid, and she donated close to 308 million books to children. In recent months, Parton announced she was suffering from health challenges and would postpone concerts in Las Vegas. Last year, her husband of nearly 58 years died. Parton telling ABC's Robin Roberts this in 2019.
I said that I'm a workhorse that looks like a show horse. I always make a joke and say that I hope to die on stage in the middle of a song, hopefully one I've written.
Parton's song Coat of Many Colors was added to the Library of Congress National Recording Registry in 2011. Her publicist says she passed away peacefully in Nashville. Dolly Parton was 80 years old. Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
What a beautiful soul and legacy. Thank you for sharing that, Alex. And there has been a lot of celebrities sharing their memories of Dolly Parton. Pop star Sabrina Carpenter, who partnered with Dolly on one of her albums, posting on social media saying, quote, "I will cherish our laughter and conversations, and I will keep your wisdom, your playful outlook on life, and perfect sense of humor in my pocket for the rainy days." Our coverage of the life and legacy of Dolly Parton will continue tonight online, and tonight ABC News will have a special hour-long look back at her legacy. Dolly Parton, an American original, that begins at 9 o'clock, followed by Eyewitness News at 10 o'clock over at ABC7.
I look forward to watching that. The power should be back on. That's the message for people in Northwest Indiana 2 weeks after tornadoes and storms took their toll. NIPSCO restored electricity to many people in Gary today, and those who have been without electricity are celebrating things we take for granted, like air conditioning.
We jumped up and down. I came in actually, and I was just like, oh, finally.
My emotions are all over the place. I can't wait for my power to be restored, because the first thing I'm going to do is do some washing.
Yeah, with much of the damage caused by falling trees and tree limbs, some we talked to today urging NIPSCO to bury electrical lines so that doesn't happen again. A group of customers filed a class action lawsuit against the utility, and Indiana's governor calling for an investigation. Hopefully by tonight, everyone has the power back on, but then we got to deal with the weather.
I know. It will be amazing tomorrow to see. And, you know, we've had some gorgeous days for the last 4 days as we take a live look at Navy Pier. It is the golden time of day here on our streaming show. And it's the calm before the storm. Again, we can't even catch a break and go a week without a storm. Meteorologist Cheryl Scott is here with the ABC7 AccuWeather forecast and the track and timing for some storms that could happen tomorrow, Cheryl.
Yes, and tomorrow it's all about location, and it's south of the city and in northwest Indiana. Again, unfortunately, under the bullseye for some strong storms tomorrow. Right now, though, it is quiet. It is comfy. It has been so nice. But a cold front here up to the north and west is going to be moving in tomorrow. That's going to trigger some showers and storms. You can see the severe thunderstorm watch box associated with it right now. As we head overnight, we're quiet, increasing clouds. We cannot rule out an isolated sprinkle to kick off the day tomorrow. An early morning shower between about noon and 5 p.m. will be the time frame that front pushes in, and it's going to trigger here a broken line of some showers and storms. Models are indicating that these storms are likely to initiate from Chicago to the south. So really along I-80 into northwest Indiana will be the focus here for these storms, starting up in this region between about noon and 2 p.m. As we head through the afternoon, again, isolated storms, some of which could be strong with downpours and gusty winds. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, still in the vicinity of that front. And again, that area that's getting hit is southern Will, Kankakee, northwest Indiana, spreading into parts of northern central Indiana before it kicks out of here by about 5, 6 o'clock, pushing farther off to the south and east. So not everyone's going to see the rain and the storms tomorrow, but unfortunately for folks in northwest Indiana, they do need to be alert for the day tomorrow for some strong storms. As you can see, Lake Porter, Newton, and Jasper under a level 2 out of 5. It's still in the lower end threat. Main threats for tomorrow will be hail, gusty winds, isolated tornado threat as well. We'll have the full details. We'll break it all down, what to expect for the rest of the week as well, coming up in a few minutes, guys.
Okay, Cheryl, thank you. Mayor Brandon Johnson says he has found a way to plug an $85 million budget shortfall that he is hoping will help the city avoid layoffs this year. Well, the mayor also ratcheting up the rhetoric against the city council opponents. Political reporter Craig Wall tonight telling us it comes as the mayor is gearing up for budget season and his expected re-election bid.
Mayor Brandon Johnson continues to remain mum on his re-election plans, but today he continued to advocate for his budget ideas while also taking part in a promotional campaign that some of his critics say may have crossed some ethical lines. Mayor Brandon Johnson touting a plan today to close the current budget shortfall by refinancing about $500 million in city debt and using some remaining federal funds from the American Rescue Plan.
These actions combined can close the shortfall while avoiding any layoffs.
Johnson blamed the shortfall on the so-called Budget Accountability Coalition of alders who rejected his corporate head tax last year and instead offered different revenue sources. Johnson now calling that group the Corporate Caucus.
Every single proposal that they put forward failed, one of which rendered $0. I mean, that's a dereliction of duty there.
Alderman Scott Wagasback accused the mayor of playing the blame game.
We had to take over the budget because he wasn't able to accomplish fixing the budget and making sure that we could pass one. And if you recall, he didn't veto it either. So he accepted the fact that the budget we put in was the right one.
Each of you makes Chicago work, so we're making it work for you.
This year, budget season coincides with campaign season. In a series of promotions appearing on social media and cable, World Business Chicago, a public-private economic development agency, uses Mayor Johnson to tout investments across the city. Many observers say they appear more like mayoral campaign ads.
100%. Looks just like a political ad. And listen, we're not surprised. I mean, the mayor has done a horrible job at fundraising, and so he's using every opportunity here to help promote his campaign.
A definite conflict of interest, ethical violation.
World Business Chicago defended the campaign, saying promoting Chicago's economy and highlighting the billions of dollars in investment happening across the city is core to World Business Chicago's mission. Mayor Johnson defended it as well, and when asked how this budget season could be less contentious with the city council, he put it this way.
For them to be in agreement with me.
The city council gets back to work next month, and as it gears up for budget season, it's shaping up to be another battle. At City Hall, Craig Wall, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Craig, thank you for that report. A flight diverted to a runway in Wisconsin due to weather. The passengers reaching out to the I-team tonight saying the airline did not properly handle her 20-hour flight delay. It was a nightmare, she says. Jason Knowles investigates.
President Trump threatens to rename Lake Ontario as he battles over tariffs with Canada.
But first, we're going to take a look at a local group joining us live in our State Street studios to talk about their work helping children overcome trauma and the way you can help fund their mission.
I can, but I don't know how good I am. I used to live on a golf course and played
yes.
a lot more then. But,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Tonight, the I-Team investigates an international flight back to Chicago. One passenger says it was a flight delay nightmare, which included several hours of being outside on an airport tarmac. Consumer investigative reporter Jason Knowles has what you need to know if you're in this situation.
The passenger calls it 20 hours of delays and a non-stop nightmare. She's upset with how the situation was handled, but because it was sparked by the weather, the airline isn't required to issue a refund.
It was quite shocking.
Heather Fields' recent United flight from Edinburgh, Scotland was headed to O'Hare when it was rerouted to Green Bay because of storms. Passengers were hoping to get back to Chicago to catch flights to their final destinations. Instead, she says they waited 4 hours on the plane in Green Bay.
The bathrooms filled up, food ran out. We were able to serve ourselves water. There was very little information as to what was happening.
Fields, who now lives in Costa Rica, says passengers endured more delays.
We taxied to the runway. Almost immediately, the pilot announced that actually they had timed out and that they weren't going to be able to fly us to Chicago.
That's when she says passengers were instructed to get off the plane.
This ability to step off the aircraft, stretch your legs, use the facilities.
And wait outside on the tarmac for another 5 hours. One person posing by this picture of a plane on the runway. After being allowed off the plane near the customs building, passengers assumed they'd be processed, but were told no agents were available.
It became evident that United didn't have a plan for us.
She says United sent pizza, but not nearly enough to feed everyone. A new crew arrived and they were able to fly back to Chicago at 10:30 at night.
We went through customs in the international terminal and then everybody rushed to domestic to make whatever connection.
Fields finally got to Denver 20 hours after she was supposed to land. She says United Airlines offered her little compensation, only after she complained and sent emails. First $200 in credits, then it was up to $500 in credits. Fields says that's not enough.
It was really frustrating to receive a very short message just saying that was due to weather.
United Airlines told the I-Team, "We apologize to this customer for her experience, provided her with an electronic travel certificate, and refunded some of her fees as a gesture of goodwill." As for the extended stay on the tarmac, United said Customs and Border Patrol in Green Bay were unable to clear customers, but allowed them to deplane on the tarmac into a controlled area. We provided food and beverages, and after getting a new crew to operate the flight, it departed for Chicago.
We were not able to make choices for ourselves, but our basic needs weren't being met.
Generally, airlines do not have to give credits or compensation for weather delays. The Department of Transportation only requires a full refund if a flight is canceled due to weather or if you choose to not travel because of a significant delay. But in this case, the passengers were already in the sky when the problems began. Jason Knowles, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Quite the story, Jason. Thank you for sharing that. Now to this story about people who help young children exposed to violence and abuse. Now the Children's Advocacy Center of North and Northwest Cook County, well, they need your help in raising money to continue to empower young children. So joining us live at our State Street studios to talk about their upcoming golf outing, you've got Melody Pignotti, the CEO of the Children's Advocacy Center of North and Northwest Cook County, and Lisa McComb, the CAC board member and the chair of the golf outing. Welcome both of you to the State Street studios ahead of this golf outing. You guys are ready to go. Yes. You told me you're very good golfers, so you're perfect ambassadors. Okay, well, I think you're very good. So I'm manifesting. So let's talk about your organization first. Empowerment, collaboration, empathy, and Survivor. Talk about that.
Yeah, so we provide essential services to children and their families who have experienced abuse or have been exposed to violence. So we are there to support them through the entire investigation process and the criminal justice system, including prosecution, and what could be, you know, the most difficult time in their life. And all of those services are expert trauma-informed services, and they're free to all of our clients.
So tell me the relationship between the golf outing and the fundraising ability for this organization.
So our golf outing is one of our annual fundraisers that we really seek to raise great funds to keep the services free for the families that we serve. And this year is a big deal. This is a big deal. We have renamed our golf outing the Herb Horn Memorial Tournament in honor of Herb Horn. He was an amazing, amazing man. We could literally spend our whole time here talking about what a great man he was and how he spent decades supporting the Children's Advocacy Center. He was a past chair of the board.
Oh.
He was the past chair of this golf committee that I'm trying to fill those shoes. So really looking for some help in that department to make it a really great success. The golf outing is on Wednesday, September 23rd at Bridges of Poplar Creek in Huffman Estates. It's a great golf course. If you're available, we'd love to have you join our foursome.
I might be able to just say 4
Yeah.
or tee off.
Ride the cart. You can ride the cart.
Ride the cart and provide beverages along the way.
That's what my job usually is. So you can join me.
It's a really
fun outing. Again, we're really hoping it's a great success this year so we can really do honor to Herb's memory. There's games, there's prizes.
There's heard about an air cannon?
Yes, it's called the Launcher. And it's so
I'm
much
coming
fun.
now.
You basically put your golf ball in this launcher and it flies like 350, 400 yards. Far beyond my usual,
I thought
drive.
it was the person getting in the air cannon. Okay, so
no.
it's
yes. And there's other games and prizes. There's a hole-in-one competition to win a Ford 2026 Mach-E.
Yes.
And no one's won the hole-in-one yet in our outing that we've done for about maybe 10 years now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this might be the year, we'll see.
Because Herb the angel is going to be watching over everybody.
Herb and his regular foursome, they're going to be there this year to support us. His wife Bonnie will be there to support us. It's going to be really special.
Really, really nice. Hopefully the weather will cooperate. So tell us how people can get involved and how they can help this project.
Sure, yeah. They can go to cachelps.org. That's our website. It'll pop right up if they want to look into the golf outing. If they can't come out, they can certainly donate and provide other ways to support the event if they're not able to golf or if they're not a golfer.
And you don't have to be, excellent at golf.
Absolutely
right? You just want to be somebody who can have fun and other
Right.
games. Can you bring families, children, or is it just an adult adventure?
No, anyone is welcome except for, if you're a young child, you still might do well because it's a scramble. So it's an 11:30 shotgun start, which means everyone goes to different holes all at the same time. And it's a scramble, meaning your foursome shares the score. So even if you're terrible, just bring out some great golfers and you've got a chance to win amazing prizes. And then after, we've got food, hors d'oeuvres, drinks, prizes, raffles. It's a really great day.
Really, even if you can't play golf, you should come because it sounds like a great fundraiser. You're going to honor your former board member.
Yes.
And there'll be angels, of course, on the golf course.
Yes.
That are following just in his honor. So that's going to be a beautiful moment. Hopefully the weather cooperates.
Yes, if Cheryl could
All right, talk to her friends, Mother Nature.
That's right.
All right, well, thank you both for joining us live, and best blessings to you in this fundraiser, this golf outing, of course, with the Herb Horn Memorial Golf Tournament. She said it's scheduled on Wednesday, the 23rd, 11 a.m. at the Bridges of Poplar Creek in Huffman Estates. And you can find all the information and a link to register on our website at abc7chicago.com. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you so much.
I know Rob's a really good golfer. He might
Great, let's get him on
Wednesday.
Hey, Cheryl, I know they can't hear me. I have a quick question. Will Dora be at the golf outing? Can you ask him?
Oh, yes, Dora, the dog. Remember? Rob is
Yes.
asking about the dog.
So Dora, our dog, just passed her therapy certification. So we're
Okay.
super proud of her. And then Hope was actually on the news. She's Streamwood PD's K9. She will make an appearance at the golf outing.
Yes.
She will be there.
So if Rob would like to reunite,
I think Rob
Hope
is
will be
going to
there.
come now. That's an
Besties,
incentive.
yeah.
Okay.
Hope and I are besties. I have her plushie literally in my office.
And isn't tomorrow National Dog Day or something like that?
Every day is National Dog Day. Who are we kidding?
Thanks, ladies.
Excellent.
Great
All right,
job.
Rob.
All right. Well, weather's coming up, but first, prices could rise as Canada escalates the trade war with the U.S. next. And you're wondering about that forecast for the golf tourney. Let's take a live look outside. Storms could hit parts of the area tomorrow, already hammered by severe weather. Cheryl maps it all out in your AccuWeather forecast next. As the trade war escalates, Canada is firing back at the United States with about $20 billion in tariffs. This would cover American goods like steel, dairy products, appliances, and farm equipment. Canada's retaliation comes after President Trump imposed 50% tariffs on some Canadian goods.
President Trump needs to take a couple pages out of Ronald Reagan's book that was dead against tariffs. It just hurts any country when you put tariffs on Canada, especially your #1 customer in the entire world.
I don't want to get ahead of the president. He is, from my perspective, the ultimate negotiator. I've seen a lot of people doubt his decisions, and then I've seen them always work out in the trade realm.
Well, a lengthy trade war could mean higher costs for U.S. shoppers and business owners, too.
As the trade war grows, President Trump is floating the idea of renaming Lake Ontario. The president said he is considering calling it, quote, Lake America. Lake Ontario is the easternmost of the 5 Great Lakes and shares its name with Canada's largest province by the population. Now, the lake serving as the U.S. and Canadian border in New York State.
It's time for that forecast, and there's a live look outside. A nice sail. Oh, it's a good day to sail as we pull out. We're on. This is our camera on top of the former Hancock building. Can you sail?
I mean, I was going to do Christopher Cross and sing that. Sailing takes me away to, you know, right. You know, that's my song.
Yeah. It is.
I do love sailing and enjoying these last summer days. I mean, we've got to get it all in. Down. Sailing, boating, whatever you got to do.
Cheryl's with us tonight. What you're tracking is a potential for some serious weather tomorrow for parts of the area, huh?
Yeah, some isolated to scattered storms expected tomorrow afternoon. This is not going to be an area-wide event. In fact, a lot of us will not even see any rain or storms tomorrow. The primary timing for some strong storms will be between noon and 5 p.m., isolated to scattered in nature. However, the bullseye where we're looking at the greatest threat here for these storms will be northwest Indiana. Wind and hail will be the primary threat. So we really got to be careful tomorrow, and we have to stay alert because of all of the power outages that we have been dealing with for the past 2 weeks. Live Doppler 7 Max right now. We are still quiet. We have a few high clouds out there. It's up to the north and west where we are tracking a cold front that's going to drop in tomorrow. There you can see the severe thunderstorm watch box associated with that front. As it moves in, it will trigger some rain, some isolated storms. Now, overnight early tomorrow, we can't rule out a passing shower, but it's mainly between about noon and 5 p.m. Pausing this close to about noon to 2, you can see this is when that cold front starts to trigger some showers and storms, and it looks like they will initiate from Chicago areas south. In fact, models right now having it right along I-80, northwest Indiana, Lake Porter, down towards Newton and Jasper. We advance this into the afternoon, and there you can see some isolated storms bubbling up. So this will be a threat here south and southeast of the city as we go into that 5-6 o'clock time frame, especially for parts of northern Indiana as well. And as we get into about that 6 to 7 o'clock hour, the bulk of this activity will be drifting far and away and then moving quickly down towards Indianapolis with just a lingering shower threat. So again, it's going to be few and far between. Not everyone's going to see these storms, but an isolated storm potentially could be severe tomorrow. You can see level 1 from Chicago back to the south and west, including LaSalle. Level 2 here for southern Kankakee and mostly all of northwest Indiana. Level 2 out of 5 still on the lower end threat here, but it does also include areas from Champaign all the way up towards South Bend and into parts of southern Michigan as well. There's also a chance, isolated in nature, for tornadoes tomorrow. It is a low end threat, but you can see the greater possibility here for parts of Jasper up towards Porter County as well in that 5% zone. So something we have to monitor. Now, tornado on the low end here of the spectrum for severe threats, but wind and hail will be the primary threats as well as some downpours as we head through the afternoon. But keep in mind, these will be isolated storms. It's not going to be absolutely everywhere, and certainly nothing like the derecho that moved in and caused all of the damage and also all of the power outages. As we go into our Thursday and Friday, the storms, they're out of here, and we clear it out just in time for the weekend with beautiful weather with rain and storm chances way down. They really don't go back up until we head into early next week. So a live look outside right now. It's absolutely gorgeous. We have those temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. We are comfy with dew points in the 50s tonight. Dropping into the 60s, partly cloudy, a few showers developing overnight, a few morning rain showers, but isolated storms tomorrow between about noon, 6 p.m. We dry out Thursday, Friday, the weekend, a mix of sun and clouds, partly cloudy on Sunday, back up to near 90. We're hot there. Scattered storms returning for early next week, guys.
All right, Cheryl, thank you. A new program launched today for aspiring midwives here in Chicago.
The Black Midwifery Collective and Kennedy King College partnering together to create a training pathway for those wanting to be midwives. ABC7's Karen Jordan explains how the program will also honor the tradition of Black midwives through history.
Black women are 3 times more likely to die from childbirth-related complications. Now, a new midwifery program at Kennedy King College aims to address and reduce the Black maternal mortality rate.
A new program at Kennedy King College is aiming to put more midwives into communities where advocates say they're desperately needed. The college is partnering with the Black Midwifery Collective, launching a program that provides a pathway to becoming a licensed certified midwife.
The data from the Illinois Department of Public Health is devastating. It shows that over 90% of maternal deaths among Black women in our state were preventable.
That number is at the heart of the new program designed to increase the number of trained midwives in Illinois. Star August Ali is the founder of Black Midwifery Collective and says there are currently just 5 Black licensed midwives in the state. Ali says this groundbreaking program can help expand access to culturally responsive care to mothers who live in obstetric deserts.
This is the fastest way that we can get skilled midwives on the ground to be able to address some of these maternal mortality and these unnecessary deaths that we're seeing taking place.
Ali was the midwife for the birth of Rory Ann Cotton's 3rd child. Cotton says she wanted a midwife after an experience during a previous pregnancy where she and another Black patient on the maternity ward were mistaken for each other.
We were both African American and we got mixed up by the doctors. They came into my room to give me a C-section and they went to her room thinking she was supposed to be induced.
Malia Robinson, a mother of 9, plans to enroll in the program.
I see a need for families to have culturally competent care, and so I came to the program hoping to become a midwife in my community.
Students will complete 1 semester of prerequisites, followed by 6 semesters of core midwifery classes. College leaders say offering the training at a community college enables students to access federal financial aid.
Together, we are going to save lives, we are going to dismantle disparities, and we are going to transform futures through exceptional education.
The first class of the midwifery program is set to begin spring of 2027. Karen Jordan, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
All right, that's a great program, and thank you for sharing it to us as well, Karen.
Hi, guys.
We want to talk about Dolly Parton tonight.
Oh, yes. Let's let you know. So tonight, the ABC News will have a special hour-long legacy.
Yeah.
It's called Dolly Parton, an American original. Begins at 9 tonight, followed by Eyewitness News at 10. And we just found this out. Tonight, the Sky Deck at Sears Tower will be lit in pink for Dolly in honor of 9/25.
Right?
Empire is a building soon at 2. Yeah.
All right.
Look for that
We'll
tonight.
see you at 10.
Okay.